What if one of the deepest teachings of Jesus could be summarized in 3 simple words? Not a magical formula, not a secret code, not a phrase hidden inside a lost scroll, but 3 words pointing toward an entirely different way of seeing reality. Throughout the teachings of Jesus, one pattern appears again and again. He speaks of seeing, hearing, awakening, entering, recognizing. He repeatedly suggests that truth is present, yet unnoticed. The kingdom is near, yet unseen. Light is available, yet hidden behind perception. And perhaps these 3 words capture the heart of this invitation. Awake, be present, not as a literal quotation, but as a symbolic summary of themes that appear repeatedly throughout the teachings of Jesus. Because transformation begins when a person awakens from automatic living, learns to simply be, and becomes fully present. Tonight, we explore why these 3 ideas may lie at the center of Jesus' deepest teachings. Awake. Most people assume they are fully awake. Yet much of life happens automatically. Automatic thoughts, automatic reactions, automatic fears, automatic habits. Days become weeks. Weeks become years, and people move through life without fully noticing it. This is not physical sleep. It is unconscious living. Jesus repeatedly challenges this condition. Those who have eyes, let them see. Those who have ears, let them hear. These are invitations to awaken, to become aware, to notice what is usually overlooked. Because awakening begins with seeing clearly. Why awakening changes everything. When awareness deepens, ordinary life changes. A person notices how fear shapes decisions, how old wounds influence reactions, how assumptions color perception, how distraction fragments attention. The world remains the same, yet perception changes completely. It feels like stepping into light after walking in darkness. This may explain why spiritual traditions repeatedly describe awakening through images of illumination. B. Modern life encourages constant doing. Achieve, acquire, compete, react, rush. But Jesus repeatedly demonstrates another quality: presence, silence, stillness, withdrawal, listening, being. To simply be is surprisingly difficult, because the mind constantly seeks movement. But profound transformation often begins when striving pauses, when attention stops chasing, when awareness simply rests. Being is not passivity, it is undivided presence. Why presence is so powerful? Presence interrupts automatic living. Suddenly, breathing becomes noticeable, light becomes vivid, relationships feel more meaningful, ordinary moments become extraordinary. Presence restores direct experience. It removes layers of mental noise. This may be why Jesus repeatedly points toward childlike perception. Children become fully absorbed in simple moments. They are present, and presence opens perception. Present, the human mind constantly travels into memories, into fears, into imagined futures. Rarely here, rarely now. Yet every experience happens only in the present moment. This is where awareness lives. This is where change occurs. This is where perception becomes clear. The present is not merely a point in time. It is an entire way of experiencing reality. The kingdom and presence. Jesus repeatedly speaks of the kingdom as near. Nearness is significant because something near is not distant. It is available, accessible, present. Yet most people overlook what is nearest because attention remains elsewhere. The kingdom may be difficult to perceive not because it is hidden far away, but because the mind itself is elsewhere. Presence restores recognition. Why few truly see. The challenge is not intelligence, not education, not information. It is attention. Most people do not remain present long enough to notice deeper realities. The mind immediately returns to distraction, but awareness deepens when attention stabilizes. This is why silence, stillness, and contemplation appear repeatedly in spiritual traditions, because clarity requires attention. Perhaps the deepest invitation was never complicated. Perhaps it can be symbolically summarized in 3 ideas. Awake, become aware of unconscious patterns. B, rest in undivided presence. Present, fully inhabit this moment, because when awareness awakens, when striving quiets, and attention becomes present, ordinary life begins to look illuminated. And perhaps this is what Jesus pointed toward again and again. Not escape from reality, but learning to see it clearly.